GMGM, everybody, welcome to the stream. BTC, $80,000. Let me share my screen over here. This is absolutely insane. So it's going to be a good time to trade. And to be honest, if we look at it from a perspective of, the ability to make some money, from my personal opinion, as always, none of this is financial advice, and I am most certainly not a financial advisor. Um, I personally think that this is a good time to obviously A, go live, and B, look for some positions. I'm looking for the short side. How markets work is when we are at the lows, for example, down here, this is where, like, even anywhere where you're in a position, obviously this isn't like an exact trade setup, but I'm just giving an example. Down here is where you want to be looking for longs, and to the opposite side, conversely, up here is obviously where you want to be looking for shorts. Now the question becomes, where do we short? Now for some people, I understand the thesis of a DCA short, because you never know where the top is going to be. So it makes sense to be looking for a DCA short. You could have stop losses all the way up here, because this is actually a big range, like 10%. Bear in mind, if you're on 10x leverage, most people's stop loss is their liquidation. So this is okay. But if you look at the risk to reward ratio here, it doesn't make sense. Even if I have a stop loss, let's say just here, up here, that's a very good RR. But then we know that it's highly likely for us to sweep. So for me personally, if I was to be looking for trade setups, well, I like to put my longs where other people's liquidations are. So where would other people's stop losses be? Their stop losses would probably be in this range up here between 81K and above. Obviously, we can verify that on the liquidation heat map shortly. And then obviously I would put my stop loss and give myself a little bit more breathing room like this, okay? But again, look at the RR. It's only three RR with that level of stop loss. So we have to be very careful with where we're going to be putting our shorts. Because if we're holding a short, unless you're holding a short for, stop all the way at the bottom, that would make sense. I'll give you 5 RR. If you're probably going to be holding to the bottom of the range, bottom of the channel here, that's just not a good risk to reward, in my personal opinion. I think you need a 3x RR or more. So I know what you mean. That is a 3x just about here. So this is one of the things where we're going to have to be eyeing this up on the stream. We're going to come to a conclusion by the end of the stream. And we're going to make a decision. Watching this before school, shout out you, bro. Um, how old are you, bro? What year are you in? Let me know. Let me know, bro. Now, on the other hand, there is a lot of tokens to be talking about. The talk of the town today is obviously Troll, which is over here. Troll went crazy. Troll went absolutely crazy off our 786 down here and ran. It's at 50, what, 0.005, half a cent up here. Would I be buying it here? I don't think that's a good trade, in my opinion, to be taking that. I understand there's a lot of people talking about it, etc., but I don't really think that's a good trade. Obviously, the breakout of the value area high, probably yes. Point of control being here, of course, probably yes. But here, for me, I don't think that's the best decision here, personally. Obviously, it could revive. I mean, where's the? Let's have a look here. It could revive. It could go as high as here. It might have a 3x in it, but I don't know. We're at value area low right here for the previous range as well. It just doesn't seem like a good trade for me, from here. If you manage to get in anytime before that, of course, great trade. But right now, I don't think, as a trader, I don't think it's the best one. I think there's some better setups to have a look at. How's Pengu looking? Yeah, Pengu has a little bit more legs in it to value area high. Like Pengu has a little bit more in it over here, as well. So these are the types of trades that we're going to be looking for. They're the types of ones that we're going to try find today. Useless, also useless, probably going to be a good idea. SPX, also probably a good idea as well. SPX actually looks okay. Actually looks very good, actually, to be honest. As a trade, I closed a lot of my trades because of the politics. I need to stop looking at politics, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but if you click here, I have to click this every day. Every day I have to click this because my feed, I don't know if you guys seen this, but if like I think it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, SPX hits all-time high, or the S&P sorry hits all-time high, and then I see a tweet, an official tweet from an official page saying, Trump says that there's not going to be that they're going to go back to war. And then the Iranians said, no, we're not interested in negotiations. Like I seen so much news, and it really affected my trade. I had a long on pump fund. I had a $14,000 long on pump fund, and I closed it because I was like, oh well, we must be going back to war with the Strait of Hormuz, and then nothing happened. So from now on, I'm going to be trying my best to ignore the news unless it's something completely unique that happens. I've started to realize if it's something unique, first time the Strait of Hormuz closes, makes sense. First time they raise the tariffs, makes sense, right? That's a big shock. But if it's like debates and back and forths in these dodgy news pages, I don't know, they've really been affecting my trading. Let me know if that's been the same for you. Another one here, we have Dogecoin. So this is why I say that the 886 is really powerful because look at this. 886 down here, that's where Dogecoin had its meteoric rise. Bear in mind, I made $600,000. $600,000 I made on Dogecoin on this run. Blew it. I'm not gonna lie. I got liquidated on not Doge obviously because this was spot, but on some like perp trades on this horrendous downturn. Like this was supposed to be PVE. We're so back. Blah blah blah. This is went down now and it made it all back on Trump and the live streams and shit. That's just a lifestyle of a trader. But that was before I knew about 786 and 886s, right? If we have a look at where's another chart? Have a look at Pengu over here. Pengu, same thing. Pengu actually with the value area low and also going on the rise. You can see it over here, value area low, huge run as well. And the list goes on. Pepe coin, same thing, also looking good. So I think the key thing here is somebody asked, am I short in BTC? Yes. And I think the key thing is to have two ideas in mind, right? Like scenarios. Okay. Number one is looking for shorts. I'm going to make this white. Okay. Number two is if BTC retest lows, looking for strength, right? So think about it like this, right? Till now, the cycles ain't broken. I know everybody wants to talk about broken cycle. It's cool to talk about it. It's cool to be a contrarian. You got to remember there's multiple games being played here, right? Me, I'm a content creator. I get paid to make content. It's a business at the end of the day. Other people, it's the same thing. There are thousands of content creators out there. Be careful, guys, because on social media, you're gonna start to see a lot of people start to say, we're so back. You know, this cycle is different every single time. And I'm saying this as somebody that wants you to win. Because when I was in your position, when I was a content creator, when I was trading, I found myself in a position, especially where you might be, where I was like here. Okay. I made a lot of money in this cycle over here in 2021. This actually happened to me recently, just last cycle, and lost it, ran it all back. Okay. And then I started losing money like this. And here I lost a chunk on some coins. Like I played here was altcoins, obviously. It wasn't meme coins. I played the bounce super well, like super risk on, because I was like, this cycle is different. I'm risk on. I had a portfolio of just altcoins. My entire portfolio, like trading portfolio, was altcoins. And I was like, bang, bang, bang. And the altcoins were just rising. You know, tens of thousands of dollars a day at this stage. And these are weekly candles. We was running for weeks, okay? And what happens is this happens fast. Now, this candle here We can even have a look at the time. When was this? This was April the 4th, 2022. Okay, now let's say if we have a look at some alts, let's say Solana, April the 4th, 2022. Right? Look at Solana and what happens to Solana. Now imagine altcoins, like imagine the low caps, the micro caps, the coins that don't even exist now. They went down 60, 70% like that. And that is what will happen to a lot of meme coins. They will just plummet out of existence. So be very careful at this stage, okay? Because let's say we are back, okay? Let's say this cycle is different. Well, how do we determine when the cycle is different? Well, we determine that when we have a complete break in structure. Now, that means when we are above and holding above $90,000, okay? That's above $90,000. That's not at $90,000. That's not closing at $90,000. That is literally above and holding like this on a weekly candle. Like it needs to be extremely clear that we are above, we are closed, and we've completely broken this downtrend and we're turning into the fucking S&P. Okay? This would break history. Right? This would completely redefine crypto. This will break this cycle, it'll break this cycle, it'll break everything. This will be the first time in history that the cycles have been broken. This was the same up until here. This was almost the same amount of time if we go to our other chart, long-term cycles chart. Okay. Boom. Get rid of this. This was the same. If we have a look at the highs, so 518 days to the high from the halving approximately, 511 days from the bottom to the high in the in 2023, like this. 518 days over here. Okay. 518 days in the previous cycle before that. Okay. And if you go before that, it was 546 days. Okay. Over here. This was like whatever, 400, whatever. If you get it, it's always been the same every single time. So this would break history. Okay. Now here's also something that you want to watch out for. And it's this 200-day moving average. This 200-day moving average, when we get to here, it has happened before. And this is what I'm personally keeping my eye on. Let me know in the chat if you guys are keeping up here. This 200-day moving average got tapped in the previous cycle. You see where I was talking about where I got caught out here? Right here. Look at this. We come all the way up to the 200-day. We tap it on the weekly. We reject. This is where I will be personally looking for shorts. If we play this out, that's where I'm like, okay, boom, short. Okay, and dough. We'll make very, very, very good dough. Okay, here you see it again in this cycle over here. This was in 2017. We come up to the 200-day and we tap it. I don't think it's a case like this where it's going to be a break like that, right? Remember, this was the first bounce. We already had our first bounce. This is the second bounce. Okay, this is where the 200-day now becomes resistance. And it's very clear that the 200-day now becomes resistance. Again, we see it in the very first, I think this is the second cycle, right? The 200-day, it's still resistance. It's still resistance. We flipped it, turned it into a little bit of support, but that's resistance in my eyes. And it's quite clear, really, because if you went short even from here, it's not really that much of a gain. I don't really have my gain on this side. I don't want to zoom out the chart, but that's not really a big percentage gain. And even if you put it above the previous high, okay as a trade, right? So if we have a look at it in this scenario, like I don't want to be a bear, but we are in the bear market. I love being a bull. I love crypto. It's my career. This is what I do, right? But look, even if this is, let's say this is the swing high, similar to what I showed you earlier, even if we break and we come up to 90,000, right? Even if we come up to 90,000 over here, we could be laddering in shorts, have a stop loss above 97,000. BTC come all the way up to 97,500. Guys, we're going to break 100K. We're going to the moon, and then boom. Okay. Now, somebody said, how long are you going to be holding shorts? Well, it's all up to you how long you want to hold it for. I have to say these types of things for YouTube. But for me, I am probably going to be holding it for a long time, till October. Okay. Now, why October? Why is October such a big thing? If you've been following the right people, they should have told you about October. Okay. Because October historically is a great time for a potential reversal for Bitcoin. Now, I know as a trader, when you first start out, I know because I was there, it sounds too good to be true. It sounds like, oh, well, if we were just playing through the time, then everybody would play by the time. And then how does it really make sense? Because if everybody does it, surely the market goes the other way. People cannot trade long time frames. People trade 50 to 100x leverage, and they trade the 15-second, 1 second, 1 minute, 10-minute tops. 95% of the market, they don't follow a strategy. They gamble. They turn trading into a casino, and they don't follow the long-term cycles. Even though they might know it, they just can't do it. It's because when you have money on the line, time slows down. It's like being in the gym. As soon as you put in that trade, I don't know if you've ever done that before, you put on this trade, you're looking at it, weeks turn into months. Months feel like a year. I'm sure the last cycle that you just came out of, which was 1,000 days, feels like a lifetime. Time slows down when you've got money on the line because your perspective changes. Okay. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you look 511 days, right, that was the bottom to the high. From the halving to the high, 518 days. That's a 1,000-day bull run. Again, this cycle over here, 518 days from the bottom to the high, 518 days from the halving to the high. So funnily enough, the last cycle, just the last cycle, was almost the same as this cycle. So if it was the same, and if everybody was doing it, why did it play out the same? Who knows? Right? Who the fuck knows? Okay. But October is very, very, very powerful. Okay. And if you actually have a look over here, this was October, November. This was the bottom. This one down here. Boom. Obviously leap years and all that shit. So sometimes the months are a little bit off. But you can see it here. October was here. October, November. This was the bottom. Okay. Come down here. This one down here. October, November. And we came all the way down up until actually February. Okay. Now look at these bounces. The exact state. This is the exact stage where we're at. BTC goes up 100%. Look at this stage over here. I'm just trying to keep you level-headed, guys. But you can see over here. BTC goes up 56%. Right? Again, that 200-day moving average. Look at where we're at now. Okay. BTC from the bottom to the high is up 34%. We could go up as high as like 50%. Okay, which would bring us again to that $90,000 level. And we'd still not be in a this time is different, all that type of stuff. You got to be careful because some traders out there, this is their first rodeo, their first bear market. It might be your first bear market. And I'm telling you, in the bear market, hold on to your balls. Hold on to your balls. Because shit ain't what it ain't easy. Shit ain't what it seems. It can get dark. Real dark. I'm talking you can be worried about paying rent, your portfolio can go to zero, and you're going to have to grind it out all the way into next cycle. And you can make it back, but what's going to be a lot easier is just being patient, okay? And not getting brought into these green candles, because until BTC flips that 200 day, holds above that 200 day for weeks, then you can accept that this has broken history. You have to remember, I'll say it again, for this time to be different, it will break history. And it's possible. I mean, look at the stock market. But remember, the stock market right now is at the highs. You got people like Warren Buffett saying like, "Yo, look at this. This is the stock market, guys. And if the stock market goes down, crypto isn't trading to the opposite. You know, I don't know if I'm wrong here, but I don't think crypto trades opposite to the stock market. I think it trades with it. We're just underperforming the stock market right now. So if the stock market rolls over, yo, a lot of people are gonna get wiped out, and I feel sorry for them. Now, someone says the simulation has to break sometime, doesn't it? Yeah, but I feel like that too. I felt like that in previous cycles too. But what I've realized is it has to break, but I'm not betting on it breaking. Does that make sense? Like it has to break, but I don't want to bet on it breaking. Do you know what I mean? Because what's the reward here? If you actually look at it as a trade, let's say we go back to the other chart. Let's just look at it as a trade, right? Let's just say, as a trader, how much do I have to make in this? If this is just a bet, right? Let's say you're chilling with your friends, and your friends, you're just making a friendly, home, whatever, like home speculation, right? Again, for YouTube, none of this financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just a few weeks away from getting rid of my last strike, which I've had for over a year, which, as you can see on this channel, is the reason why nobody fucking sees my shit anymore. Please, YouTube, not ban me, right? Just let me survive till I don't get rid of this strike. But look, let's say if we're making a friendly speculation, how much do I actually have to gain here, right? So I have, there's 56% of upside here, okay? And, the lowest form we could say is 40K is how low BTC could go. I don't think BTC goes to 40K, but that's just like the most bearish scenario possible. It's a fucking 50-50. 49% down, 56% to all-time high, right? Bear in mind, you can retest all-time highs and still not break it. So like, then there's more odds of like, okay, so we made its all-time high. Stock market's also an all-time high. That might just wreck everything. We could go, that could be the first time we've ever gone double tap down. It's a fucking 50-50. If you want to bet all of this hard work you've done for 1,000 days of the bull market on a 50-50, do you know what I mean? Right? So you're not bidding the break, you're bidding the simulation. If the simulation does not break, you still win because of RR. I don't get it. That's look, the RR is 1-to-1. Um, yeah, I don't think you win. Like I don't think you win, Marek. Like personally, and I'm just looking at this now. Like I don't I don't think you win if the simulation breaks, because it's a 50-50. It's a coin flip, right? But when you start to add the fact that this isn't the first time we've had two channels to the upside, right? Like this, okay, like this, and then like this, and like this, okay, and then like this. This is just by eye, by the way. That one's a bit of a dodgy channel. But this isn't the first time you see these upwards channels here, okay? And then also there's like some here you could draw here, here. Then the first time you see BTC do this, is you start to look at things differently and think, am I getting set up here? You have to be very fucking suspicious in a bear market, right? Given after we pass October, that's it. After we pass October, we can start to be delusionally bullish and say, like, look, odds are in our favor. Someone said, I'm saying if you win by shorting because of RR. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. So that's why I think, as a trade, I think shorting, if you're on Twitch right now, we're just chatting about the odds. Somebody asking. And his question is basically shorting the risk returns is way better to the short side right now. Like it's just way better to the short side. So okay, now the question becomes where do we go short? There's option one, which is a short from here. That's option number one. Okay. Now, when we come to these levels here, we have to look at the liquidation heat map because we need to see where is the liquidity. Okay, because price moves to liquidity. You have a bunch of liquidity to the downside down here that could get swept. There's a bunch of late longs. You also have a bunch of liquidity to the upside over here. Now, the trend is your friend, and the trend is up right now on the short term. So it's likely we could come down, wick out these, right? We've tapped this night's 80K level, come down Wednesday, Thursday, we start pushing higher. Okay. And we start to run to, we go on the higher time frames. Oh, I don't want to log in. You really want to make me log in? Long story short, right? I can assure you, just by looking at the chart, there's money up here. There's money up here. Big money up here, right? So the best RR trade for me is between 81,000 and 87,000. The best RR remains all the way up to here. Okay. Now this might not happen, but if it does, it's a gift to the market because I think if I can get a short from up here, or up here, ladder in a position, then someone asked about how long I'm holding it for. I would have my TP1 all the way down here, TP2, the bottom of this range, and a moon bag just in case we do what we've done in other cycles where we could come all the way down here. Now, this looks bad, but if you look at history, it's actually quite normal because if we look at previous price action, oh wow, Arui,
My friend shop.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I've got a burger. Yeah, I will try. Thank you very much. Cap on cap. Arui. Wow. Yo. Jesus. I got a chicken sandwich. Check this out. We're in Discord now, bro. We've moved to Discord. Someone else in chat. But yeah, so let me go over here. Let's look at this time. And bear in mind, if you're not even trading perps, there's a great opportunity for Bitcoin here. Like, and I know when you have a small portfolio, you think, oh, Bitcoin, like it's expensive, but wow. This is awesome. Wow. Someone said W Gate. No, this was my maid. This is my maid. My maid brought me this. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. But look at this, yeah. So, boom. Boom. Peak. Second time, we're so back. Peak. Third time, we're so back. Peak. Bitcoin gets from bad to worse. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it gets even worse. That was the last cycle. And this actually, I think this was classed as the worst cycle. Obviously because you had some SBF and a bunch of exchanges go under. There was like these, there were these wallets, right? I had one, And there were like these exchanges where you put your money in and you was getting like 20% a month. And you was getting 20% a month for ages, like 6 months. Like throughout the bear market, like imagine getting 20% a month every month from like February. You're getting 20% a month, right? So there were some people from here to here that got their money back, right? Like, how many months is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, by here they got their money back, and everyone's tweeting like the Twitter was going crazy, like yo, 20% a month. They're like, this is legit. This is backed by the stock market. Bare like threads and shit. And then down here, I think we know what happened. They all exploded and then imploded. So everyone was fucked by the end of the cycle. Like fuck. Um, wow. So the Clarity Act will probably be a top signal, bro. I'll be honest. Like when the Clarity Act, when is it coming through? It depends when it depends when it comes through. Mm. Sorry if you can hear me eating, bro, but wow, yo, boss, especially after jujitsu. I did jujitsu this morning. I got another session at 6 p.m. as well. Mhm. So there's no specific time. So there's no specific date of the Clarity Act either. What did Gate do, Toshi? You're in Bali or Thai? I'm in Thailand, bro. Japanese Labubu. I mean, how many Japanese? What is this Japanese shit? Like, can we actually talk about when we decided that we have to send Japanese narratives? Like, who cares? No one's Japanese, bro. I understand Chinese, like if you want B&B, but no one's Japanese on Solana. Someone said I think there's only one person in America that thinks America's black. That's true. Check this tweet. So we'll get onto meme coins and trenching in a sec. Actually, like in a minute. Stick around. Look at Bernie. 7 mil. I literally bought here. I sold here. And then we come all the way back on 2.4. Run to 7. And then we break out. But I'm thinking that might be the same scenario for America's back. America's back might actually only run to the end, like the end of the month. So I've got 14K in, unrealized down 6K, right? Let's say next week, 7 days. Come on, break out, 15 mil. Like, look at that, bro. The fuck? Huh. How much money do you need to live in Thailand? I think it depends how you want to live. So Thailand's a place where you can live really cheap, or you can live like really expensive. Like it depends. So if you want to live in like Hawaii, you can get a place for like £400 a month, or even dollars a month, and it's nice. Like it won't be big or fancy, but it's better than the UK. Sunshine. You might even have a little garden. In some places, literally, you get a garden and shit like that for like 400 or 500 quid. Um, you can have a condo. You can live in a condominium as well. Like, if I was first starting out, even if I was making dough, I'd still have a condo. I was living in a shared accommodation when I was making 10 grand a month. Like from all the way of like just being independent, like barely breaking expenses, to even making like 10K. Like, I don't know. I feel like when you live on your own, you don't need a lot of things. You focus like on just being better and like on your own shit. You don't need like a lot of space. You don't need a lot of space when like you got misses, you got family that visit and doing shit. So I would say probably a stable £2,000 a month. You can live in Thailand, but it has to be stable. Like that has to be coming in consistently. 2 grand every month. You can live in Thailand. You won't be able to live in a really nice place. You might struggle a little bit initially, but if you've got like certified £2,000 coming in a month, and you know that you can do better than that if you work harder, yeah, you can live in Thailand, bro. And you'll go further than being in the UK, because the thing is, like, when in the UK, sometimes your environment, when you pass that barrier of going from 2K to 5K, you're making £5,000 a month. You feel like you're like way ahead than you, way further than you are. Yeah, asteroid's probably gonna go back to all time high, bro. Especially with Ansem shilling it now as well. I don't think we go to a billion. Like when was Pepe? Let's actually have a look. Like when actually was Pepe, bro? Oh shit, did that wrong. Fuck. Fuck. Right. Compare with Pepe. What's probably the oldest thing that it was on? Probably like Bitfinex, OKX. Then you just listen. Okay, right here. So Pepe. Let me let me get the actual official chart, because I want to make sure we've got a long term chart. Because I know Pepe ran at the bear market. I personally wasn't in Pepe. I traded it perps when it got listed on Robinhood, but I wasn't in it like on chain when it went crazy. So when did Pepe first hit a Billy? Here, right? Pepe came blazing, 12 mil, 150 Billy here, and that's 03 May 2023. So 3rd of May 2023. Yeah, look, even that was after the BTC bomb. So like, I don't know, because I wasn't in with, and like these really early, I was trading in perps, but I think I'll have to check anything else. But I think the best bid to go for the Billy runners would probably be this time over here. This time over here. I'm going to put a notification on as well. Time-based alert for November. Add alert. How do I put a time-based notification on? Put it like this. Here. In fact, I'm going to do it on my cycles chart. because that's when I think it's probably the time to start looking for like another Uranus, etc. Right? Uranus, maybe Troll. See if Troll can actually go to a Billy, a Brett, etc. Right? Yeah, I think. Well, I think it could go to a billion. Honestly, like to go to a billion, it all depends on who's got the supply. So Pepe, Brett, etc. With those were CEXs that have the supply. So that's why, like, if it needs to be a bit more quiet. Asteroid's too strong to go to a billion, in my opinion, right now. Like, I understand why Pepe went to a billion in hindsight because it was probably straight up cabal. Nobody could see bubble maps, etc. Like nowadays, it's a little bit. I don't know. Could be wrong. Price, alert, open ended, notifications. Where's my message? Right. BTC bear market is almost over. Look for strength. So that will be Asteroid. Asteroid. It would be Pepe. It would be Pengu. It would be Pomfun. Pomfun. Give me some other ones, chat. Troll. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that pump last night on BTC was insane. Insane. Especially if you're on low time frames. It will be Ton. Ton. It will be Aster. Monad. What else do we have? Monad. It will be Met for Meteora. Fucking hell, there's a lot of coins actually, isn't there? What else do we have? Met, Monad, A-Star, Virtuals. Crazy that I can do all this off my head. Chat, let me know what else we should buy at Bitcoin Bottom. We've got some smart money signals here as well. So these are scam coins. Soul makes a comeback. No, how would the ecosystem be done, right? We all trade on Solana. Solana's going to do very well. All right, no one's gave me any other coins, so I'll just put that. Alert. It's. I'm put the alert is let's get ready to rumble. Okay, done. Now I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it black. So it blends in. Fully opaque. I lost 70% of my port in Q4. Started building it back with prop firms and Forex. Thought taking a break from crypto may work for me. How's it doing? How's it doing? He's making progress on the FX. And don't worry, bro. Like blowing your port. So I'll make a video. Make it big. Blowing your portfolio is part of the game in trading. It's gonna happen most likely. Some of the best traders, even one of the best traders in history, Jesse Livermore, He blew $1 billion, multi-billion dollars, blew his entire net worth. It's going to happen. The key is are you going to take lessons from that and experience from that to build it? And also, when you next get into that position where you've got the money, are you going to recognize that to spread that around? One thing I like doing is having a certain amount of stables, which I'll always keep in stables. And B, when I make money, I buy things. You can buy watches, you can buy cars. You guys seen when I caught Trump coin, I bought an AP, right? That money just stays there and it's out of your hands for whenever you're going to make a stupid decision. So the next time you make some money, just try buying things. Buy a Rolex, buy a car. Even though these things lose value and they might not necessarily be investments, it's better to have it out in illiquid assets than it is to have it close to you where you can put it into a trade. I made it into a short as well. Cheeky one. But yeah, that's actually facts though. Like just because I did a little spoke a little bit different, it's facts. Like you will blow your port. It's okay, but just run it back. Yeah, this Mimi cat is going viral, by the way. I've seen this. I don't know if anybody else has seen this. That's the thing with these weird things. Like this is actually viral, but I don't know if anyone's actually going to realize that is viral. Yeah, this is cocked. Let's see. Am I on main? Is that why it's nuking? No, I'm in a different wallet, so it shouldn't be too bad. Amazing advice, thank you, bro. It's like fucking I've done it, bro. I blew the port, bro. In fact, I'm down a lot right now. Like, I think this cycle, I'm profitable, but not a lot. Not a lot compared to where it was at like all-time high. And that's this cycle. That's coming off experience. Like, because I made a lot of mistakes. Like, even recently, I'm heavy into I love AI. You even see there's a guy on FOMO that is playing AI so well. It's up 500k, right? But the low market cap AI coins, like devs that are just trying to vibe code and build something, I thought that would be a big thing. I was buying 1% of like all of them, like things at 1 mil, 2 mil, etc., and they would be blowing up. Go back to Abico. Oh, this one? Yeah, I just don't know. Let me actually have a look at it. Like, yeah, I just don't know. Oh. Is it actually viral? That Velo swag though, yeah, bro. Can't lie, I love a bit of Velo, bro. I don't know, like I don't smoke weed or drink alcohol, but I'll pop a Velo. It's not trending. Google Trends been upgraded as well. Is it trending in Japan? It's not even trending in Japan. So yeah, I don't know. So the thing is with a back testing is the first step. The next step is being able to stick to your strategy. So if you have a back test, you have a clear edge, then the next step is just to stick to that strategy. If you can stick to that strategy, you do it. That's the hard part. What video is this? And the original wallet held 16% of the. Something has changed. You might not know what. But let's say before you hit your take profit, it nukes, right? Before you
Talk
hit
to
your
my
take
ideas.
profit, it fades. Right, chat. I'm gonna slap some music on. I'm gonna go toilet, and then we're gonna run up some bangs, bro. So lock in. I'll find some long-term holds, and I'll find some short-term holds. I can't put in the UFC because they'll ban me. What we got? We'll put on this chill music. Right, brief intermission. I'm gonna go bathroom. Ty, I may disagree on this. Ty, I may disagree on this. I think meme traders have better psychology. Yeah, bro, we've been through it. We've been through it, bro. Meme traders have been through it. Been through the highs and the lows, bro. Back in a sec. Okay. Elon Stimmy. I mean, mages wise, Troll's great, bro. I don't think that, I don't know. I just don't know if it's a bid here for me, but it looks great.
Sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Ty, where are you far from live these days? I live in Asia, Southeast Asia. Yeah, BTC shorts. I want to break out like probably, yeah, 83, 84K. I'll start laddering in a short. I mean, I think 15 or 20K, 5x leverage is good. Like, if we pump another 25% from here, how much is that? Yeah, I don't know if we go that high. Best thing to do, like, I'm gonna just look on the weekly time frame and wait. Like, I don't need to be short from the top. Do you know what I mean? I want to be short from where it slows down, because if you look previously, in previous cycles, like, there's a lot of time to get into a short. Like, you have clear resistance, very clear resistance here. You have 3 weeks here. This one over here, you have 3 weeks as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So hopefully we have some time to get into short. I don't think it's gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be rushed. That's why I'm trading memes as well. That's why I'm live, because I think we're gonna stay up here for a while, like build a lot of liquidity, which is good for memes. Is RB good? I don't know what RB is. Reddit, dear, no. I can't even stop the drills, bro. I can't defeat the drillers. Yeah, Fib's way better. Like, it's still the hardest part for me mentally with Fibs is like, it's a lot slower holds, like it's a lot slower long term, but I think like long term you have an edge. You have an edge with Fibs, especially if you get to the point where like you can see a pattern. Like with AIB, I'm seeing a pattern. Like I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this. You know, especially if you look at the daily time frame. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I might lose like 8K or something like this, but in the long term, when we turn around, like, bear in mind, if we go up to here, I'll make 65K. So I'm risking 10 grand to make 65. I've got 6R. My risk return is 6x, so it's good. And the moon bug in case we go even higher. Yeah, like, this is how I'm looking with AIB. I think it's daily time frame. It's a daily time frame setup. It's not a 1 hour or 1 minute candles. Like, I got to look at it on the daily. I think my thesis is broken if we break below the 886. If we break below a mil, I think it's so far done. Like, obviously you have a potential catalyst of Trump just tweeting America's back, but I don't know if that's going to reverse the whole chart. Like, I think if this goes below here and it's done, I don't think that's, even if he tweets America's back, it's probably going to go back to 4 mil and then die off. Whereas if we hold above this, retest 786 here and we climb up and we get an America's back tweet, then it's even better. So yeah, daily time frame, probably a week, 1-2 week hold from now. Yeah, the market right now, it rewards patience. It rewards patience. Like, I know if you're following the average streamer, it might look different, but patience is what's being rewarded right now. Look at the big traders, like the guys that are making multiple 6, multiple 7 figures. They're all patient traders. I don't think River of Blood is that good. Like it's just an average Elon tweet. It's not like a big Elon narrative or something that Elon's like responded to. Hey, what's up, AK Flips, bro? How you doing? What's eCash? I mean, he seems legit.
Is like if you had like 100 block eruptors or
Oh, it's this guy. Does he claim the fees? Yeah, he claimed the fees. How do they have his wallet though? No, it's fake. It's funded by a wallet that's trading the coin. Yeah, Rich is active. I was on the phone to him yesterday. What's my thoughts on Solana AI? Is it a coin or what? If you want my wallet address, put exclamation mark wallet in the chat. Now let me check this. I mean, this doesn't look good. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It's not an actual account, you know? Just some random Twitter account. No, just Solana AI. I'd probably add it to Twitter tracker, and then if they tweet. I'll wait for them to tweet.
What's your week looking like? Because I'm chilling like throughout the week and weekend. You don't have to wait for the weekend. Unless the weekend is.
The dev was live. Star Wars. Nah. Nah, I think the charity coin thing's done. Like, there's only a few big charities. Like, unless there's a major narrative, I think charity matter's done. Like, the main thing that the charity stuff helps out with is like when there's a big narrative, like there's an issue that someone fucking dies or some shit. Mine is born free. What's this? No good narratives yet on new pairs. For majors, obviously I mentioned Troll. Triple T is also doing okay. Like, look at that. Well, for some reason, like Triple T, Maxing, etc., like they're not going where they should be. Like Triple T and Maxing should be like, they should have already done 20 million. So now it's like a bit concerning. Rudy looks good. This butt shit rugged. This is not main wallet. It is. It's my main wallet. Wallet address total loss 43k. Yeah, that one's down. That wallet is down. But that's the main wallet that I'm trading on. Like I have this wallet is down. This wallet's up like 130k. This wallet is down. This wallet is down. So. It only takes one trade for me, bro. What's your final stretch filters at? Age max 15 minutes, minimum market cap 10k, volume 9k.
Have already begun earning special rewards in the form of cartel coins, our new virtual currency, which can be used to make purchases from our in-game.
This is AI, bro. It's AI, no? Actually, there wasn't AI in 2012. I mean, it's a good narrative. BTC, I think BTC is topping, bro. Exactly. I think AI, the thing is like, the thing is with AIB is like, Trump's, it's like, he's going to shill it. It's such a tough narrative because like, the chart should be higher. But the thing is with crypto is like people gain more conviction the higher the chart is. They get more bullish. They don't want to buy dips. So like it just has to hold where there's no more sellers, and then it will go. But 786, 86 is like the last resort for a chart. That's why I like bidding it. I only bought AIB at the 618 because it's such a good narrative. I bought it here. So you guys see that 90% of the time I buy here. Like if we bought here, we'd still be in profit. But I just didn't really see a scenario where we go down to the 786, but we're here now. I thought like, well, he's literally shilling it. And then he shilled it. He's wearing a hat. But I think CT want to see a tweet, which is obviously that it's coming. Like they changed the banners and shit like that as well. Like super confusing. Yo, what's good, Stacks? What's good, Brody? How's things been? It's been decent. You surviving the bear market? We're almost there, bro. Like, how long we got left till October? Only 150 days left. That is not long at all. It's flying by, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually flying by. Oh, so it's May the 4th. That's why we're doing Star Wars narratives. So isn't Elon gonna tweet like Elon will tweet some Star Wars shit, no? I don't know why we need to meme the first person to receive a Bitcoin transaction. You don't know what he tweeted. So yeah, Star Wars Foundation probably is going to be one of them. Asian hours, we just gotta be stoic, bro. We just gotta be stoic with it. What time is it? 2 o'clock? We got half an hour left of the El Streamo. Cartel coin trying to curl back up. Cartel coin. Nah. Asian hours give me time to build a thesis. Exactly. Exactly. And the thing is like, if you find a good Asian hours cook, it can run. If it runs into American hours, like, it's going to do very well. So it's best to just be patient. Especially post bond dip as well. Like, most people are just trenching, so they'll nuke it on bonding. You can actually like read into the narratives. I'm not interested in their Japanese animals. Few smart money buys here. Yeah, exactly. Like, you gotta be like, you gotta be one or the other. You can't be in between. You either gotta be really patient or really fast. You know, you've got to be really patient or really fast. So I choose patient. And sometimes like it's peak, like, because you're patient and you don't get rewarded, but sometimes you're fast and you don't get rewarded, you know? So you have to remember the opposite side of things. Yo, 3 key things for new players in the trenches. Great, great statement. So, 3 tips for new traders in the trenches. Number 1 is don't blind copy trade. Number 2 is pick a style that you want to trade. Are you a new pairs trader? Are you a high conviction trader? Do you trade TikTok narratives? Do you trade Twitter tracker? What style do you trade with? Because you need to find an edge. And you have an edge, you can scale it. And number 3 is be patient. This market isn't going anywhere. You don't need to be in a rush to make money. Right now is some of the hardest times to trade, but it's going to be the most rewarding because you're going to know exactly what the clear narratives are going into the next cycle. You already know troll, Wojak, etc. These are great memes that are going to do extremely well going into the next cycle for the next few years. They're my 3 tips, man. Like, we have an advantage. We know exactly where the market's at. We'll be able to develop an instinct. We have a feeling of the market. Yeah, it's a little bit boring. Yeah, it's not the main thing right now. You know, you might be getting skeptics with your friends or your family that are like, oh, you trade meme coins, you still trade meme coins, but you know, oh, the stock market is outperforming. Oh, look at all these guys in stocks. But only 6 months ago, you would be laughing at people who were trading stocks. You'd be laughing at people who were in the S&P because you was like, oh yeah, I'm making hundreds of X's, thousands of X's returns. So it ebbs and flows, man. Like these are the hard times. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not fun. Okay, there's bundles, there's rugs, there's scammers. But also every month we've had a 20 mil runner. Every month. Last month we had a 20 mil runner and a 200 mil runner. So the opportunities are there. But the key is the opportunities are not on new pairs. The opportunity, I haven't seen a new pair go from new creation, almost bonded, migrated, and go to 20 mil for months. I don't even remember the last one to do that. The last one I can consciously remember was Gork. Gork, that's the only one I can consciously remember was the last one to go from new pairs, almost bonded, migrated, and 20 mil. You know, Scam Altman wasn't a new pair though, right? I think that was an OG pair. Maybe. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know if that was a new pair. New pair. Well, prove me wrong. But that was 10 mil. That was 10 mil. But yeah, so Scam Altman, yeah, like Unk, yeah. Unk was a mad one. Unk was a mad one. Unk was a mad one. But there's not many, like, not as many as there used to be. Not as many as there used to be. And it needs to be like an extreme narrative. And unique as well, like first of its kind FOMO narrative. You know, it's weird. Like before, my little cousin used to come to me with some absolute dog shit coins, and inside of the community, the CTO would run it up to like 500k a mil, and it would be like this, Akabito, whatever it is, this Japanese coin, Akiko. It would be like that, and it would just do well, but because they had some people in Telegram or whatever, organically. But now it doesn't happen like that. So that variance is massive now because, and this is why people have to bundle with multi wallets. You kind of, if you're trenching, you're kind of forced to do that because if the ceiling of these coins is 20 mil, 20k, if the ceiling of the coin is 20, 40k, then you don't want to just make 2 sol on that. You want to make 20 sol because the amount of times you're having to trade dog shit throughout the day. Like if these people trade based on their day, how much you want to make in a day of Solana, so they end up having to buy more supply. So it's even, that makes it even more hard, and like it's that circle thing where you just see it going down and down and down. So this is why people like Crash, etc., they make a great point. I've been speaking about this a lot. This is why people are going to move away from new pairs. They're going to move back to holding. They're going to be holding coins for weeks and months, and they are going to be the traders which make a lot of money. And those traders make a lot of money when they come back to new pairs. That's what's going to raise the ceilings of all the new pairs when you have people that have expendable capital. Right now, people don't have a lot of expendable money. There's no airdrop. There's no stimulus check. There's nothing. So the average person doesn't have a lot of money to spend. And they're also fading a lot of these runners. Like if you look at the runners, look at Onk, look at Scamcoin, look at whatever the last one was that somebody mentioned. The P&Ls on them aren't that great. You know, a lot of people like selling them early. Do you know what I mean? So people ain't even maximizing how much gains they can make on the runners because there's so much shit. But eventually it will change. Eventually, coins will go to 1 billion. They'll get listed on Binance again. People will start making a lot of money. And then it will trickle down back into new pairs. And the game will even out. You know, the people that bundle and buy 10% of coins, they'll be selling them too early and they'll miss out on the runners. I remember when Useless Coin came out, there was a guy who put a tweet in and said, fuck, I had 10% supply of Useless and it wasn't bonding and he sold it. You know, he might have made 50 sol on it, 100 sol on it. That might look good on clip on Twitter. Might look cool, but the guy's kicking himself when the coin runs to 100 mil. So that's probably what you're going to see in the future is a lot of people fade major narratives because they have new pairs PTSD. And a lot of people who transfer that and they just start buying and holding again, those guys are going to make dough. Absolute dough. Absolute dough. And I'm very close. I'm very close to actually reaching that as well. So I'll show you some of the trades. And bear in mind, I'm like transitioning in this. I've made a bunch of mistakes. I will say that. But I don't really see it as a mistake. I see it as lessons, right? So NEAT, for example, we had 2.4K of NEAT, and I had 2.4K down here at 2 mil. Look at this. Average bought. Oh, I brought it again, so it's fucking moved on my average. Let me see if I got my buys positions. Dev, all dev, price alert. That's so gay. It doesn't show my buys. But basically, I have a buy like fucking down here, and I LG'd it. But this is the first time. We've only been doing 886, 786 for 3 months. No, not even that, 2 months. So this was the first time. Then Bernie, I need to just hold these a little bit longer. So my average entry 3 mil. Here. So I just need to hold this a little bit longer. So it ran up and then it came back down and I closed my position. Right, but what I should be doing is looking at the structure. So what I should be doing is being like this. People say TA on meme coins don't work. My friend, if I put my stop loss here, I would have made 50K. No? 30K. I think that's 30K. 5K, 4X. It's more than that. 5K, 5X, 25K. We made 25K. And this is where I take profit. I always take profit 1618. So I made a little bit less, 2618, right? So that's a lesson, things to learn, right? Not angry, not upset, not faded, not bothered, right? But just learning. Same thing here. Look at this. Look at Testicle. So Testicle, this is where I sold. So obviously my buy would have been a little bit closer to here. Testicle is an interesting one. So it actually broke the bottom. So for me, it's not actually a bad trade because it did break the 886. So I just had to firm that. But I had the opportunity at a re-entry over here on the reclaim, but it wasn't really there for that long. So I can't really blame myself here. Or I don't, well, however you want to say it. Here, because I stuck to my rules, right? I stuck to my rules. We broke the 886. Okay. But I had $10,000 in this one. So this was a good turnout. But again, we broke the level. So here's what it is. But you can see a lot of them were in. We're in. We just need to play it a little bit better. Bitcoin, I had an entry again down here. I traded this right, but I took profits a little bit too early. So I re-entered. That's why I fucked to the P&L. But basically, I was in down here, sold up here, re-entered, and then like came down and I sold. So I played that a little bit wrong. This was the very first 786 trade. So that's why. But you can see like these were only in the past, what? Bernie was 30 days ago, Bitcoin, Testicle. So if you're playing these right, you don't need to worry about a lot of these ones, you know? So the thing is with Troll, and this was an old entry, by the way. That's why it says average entry 12 mil. This was an old entry. But the thing is with Troll, yeah, if I show you, here, they're already at the 886. So this is why I say, I think, and that's why I set that alert on BTC, that when we get to October, that will probably be the best time. But let's say Bitcoin nukes. Let's say thesis plays out or whatever. Bitcoin nukes, everyone forgets about troll, and we come back down to like here, then I'd buy it. You know, I'd buy it because I kind of know that it will reclaim this level, and you have a great entry down here, and you can just hold this, like you can just hide it on your wallet. Do you know what I mean? We come all the way down here, same level, like the same way. Again, people say TA doesn't work on meme coins, brother. Is that not the perfect support ever? Are people not buying here? If people weren't buying here, the chart would not be bouncing. It literally bounced from 10 mil. We're at 50 as a 5x. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like nowadays it's fucking tough because especially as somebody that's been trading for a long time, to go from originally I was a holder, then I was like a size trader. You guys remember, like I come in, I'll buy 1%, 2%, hundreds of Solana, just blasting a coin. And that was a great strategy because we had such high ceilings. Then I had to change my mindset again to become a scalper more recently. And then scalping just became way too hard. And now going back to becoming a longer term holder is very tough. It's very tough for me because I have to look at how do I create content, you know, because that's the main thing as well for me is like being able to create content. What happened with Evelyn? Ben Pasternak got confirmed innocent in court documents. That's why I believe is flying. Wow. Wow. So believes flying. That is funny. Who got the entry on this? That is jokes. These hoes ain't loyal. They be playing games. Yo, Ben Pasternak beat the case. Cause he's Jewish, bro. Do I have a deal with GMGN? Yes, but I can get a deal with any platform. Like if you actually look at my channel, it's the biggest. Was probably second biggest for meme coins after Orangey, right? So yeah, I can get a deal with any platform, but I'm with GMGN because I like it. Like it is the best platform. It is the best platform, and it's a good deal. They gave me a good deal, and it's the best platform. So you can't go wrong. Like if there was a better platform where I would consider like I have a strategic advantage being on this platform. Like okay, if I'm on this terminal, I will make more money. I would trade on that platform because there's no amount of money that can beat an edge. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have an edge, there's no amount of money that can beat an edge. But GMGN is the best because I trade from trending. So I'll tell you the reason why it's the best for me. It's trending page, right? So let's have a look at Axiom. No, it's what is it now? It's Padres the terminal, right? So if you look at terminal trending page, right? Look at this. There's no filters, right? Look, look. Wait, keywords, metrics here. Look at this. Metrics, you can't change metrics for anything. Buys, sells, fees. Look. So I had to go by Dex paid, snipers, market cap. Where is the 1 second? So let's say I was looking for age. Where's age? Sales, holders, token age here, right? The age is in minutes only, number one. On GMGN, I go by days. So I'd have to calculate the days by the minutes, however many minutes that is, and change it. Oh, what's this?
Today we have such an exciting video. Today we have Shakira reacts
Someone clip this.
and Espanol, and today we have such an exciting video. Today we have Shakira, the Queen, Ojos Así live. And I reacted to the music video version of this song about a month or so ago. Incredible song. Definitely one of my favorites from her. But pretty much every comment on that reaction was, you need to react to the live version. Also, a lot of y'all want me to react to the live off the record version, and I will definitely.
I'm missing some crime. Where? Whoa! I don't understand. Bro, I don't understand. What the fuck is this? What is he talking about? Let me actually read the narrative before I actually buy this shit. Maybe this is a scam. It's safe to CAJ7 coded or some shit. Claim fees I can share to your GitHub. GitHub. I don't get it. Oh! 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 Lufia. I shouldn't even laugh. I've been there. Fuck. So two things, right? Number one, you just quick bought, innit? When it's running like that, oh, the Duve. No way did Duve get rubbed. No way did Duve get rubbed. What? Dev did as well. How much did he make? He probably bonded up one of his old coins. How much did Duve buy? Oh, yeah, low-key, I bought a little bit, you know? What do you mean you've got 929? What do you mean? Oh, he must have bought a lot. No, I see one of his wallets. Would you 929 what dollars? Please don't tell me Solana, bro. Please do not tell me Solana, bro. Okay, fuck. Nah, it's too much for me. That is crazy work. Yo, clip that. Holy fuck. He claimed again. He claimed the 30 himself at the end. Oi, oi. Well, the level of scalpage on train right now is redonkulous. Yeah, the Insta Trade button on GMGN, bottom right. This button here. This little green one. Yeah, so two things like the Jack situation. I think everyone's seen this, right? But it's cool, bro. Like you gotta start somewhere, innit? You know, when I started YouTube, I was first doing Madden content. My first YouTube videos were Madden videos, Madden NFL. They used to be one of my favorite games, right? So you always start somewhere, you know? And yeah, I don't know about the Jewish thing, but if you're Jewish, you're Jewish. That's it, bro. Like, what's wrong with that? A little bit zesty, but his balls are dropped now, innit? So his balls dropped. Second thing, great example for why you do due diligence before buying something. That saved me a lot of money there. Why doesn't he wear it now, though? That's the question. Like, why don't you just rep it? There's going to be another narrative related to the pump files, no?
Definitely react to that one as well, I promise, but I'm going to do this one first.
Yeah, but I can never knock another guy's hustle, bro. Oh yeah, the terminal thing. Yeah, like just little things like that in it for me. Just little things like that for me is just why I just prefer GMGM. The fridge. No, that is a crazy state. Bodie, that's a crazy statement. That is a crazy statement. I got to run the horn for that one. Filters. Here's my almost bonded. 10K market cap, 9K minimum volume, age 50 minutes max. Migrated, total fees 4 sold. And new creations, 2 sales. That's it, just 2 sales. If it's all buys, I'm not interested. It needs to have a little bit of sales. Is there something I'm missing though? Like, where's the volume? Is it just troll? All right, this is some fucking chain, right? 9 hours old. I need to filter by the day. Right, I brought this stray cat in Thailand. if it runs to fucking 10 mil, I'll go visit. How viral is this?
สวัสดีค่ะ ชื่ออะไรคะทำไมคุณไม่ตอบ
หูฟังใครอ่ะ
Yo. 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 It's underneath, bro. Put exclamation mark GMGN in the comments. Yeah, guys, if you want to join GMGN or join my Discord, you can use the chat commands. Let me put it on screen. Right, now what's this blockchain thing? Okay, tech works, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not going to buy this. I don't know what it is. Conviction? Do the holders actually have conviction in this? Or not? The Duve bundle's in. So that's what you got, Duve. Top holders dropping like flies, bro. Yeah, convictions bundles is shit. I'm neighbor at the moment. What do you mean you're neighbor, bro? So much for conviction. Your bankroll should depend on how much money you have. So your trading bankroll, you should have. It should be like poker, right? You should have 20 buy-ins. So if you have a 20 soul bankroll, you should have 400 soul like net worth. So if you blow your bankroll, you blow your trading port, it shouldn't bother you. Let's see what we got.
together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
I'm gonna wait for a better entry. Although it's an Asian narrative, it's American traders now. Hey, love your YouTube lives. What are your filters? Put exclamation mark filters in the chat. And I'll send you a video.
They fuck with it.
Wow, America spends the most. America spends $2.6 billion on OnlyFans. Well, let's see where we're at. That's actually sad. Yeah, bro. Like, that's just weird, bro. I don't understand why you'd spend money on that. Or would you not just go like online? Bro, it's crazy, bro. Just take a girl on a date or something. Also, I will say this: what is going on with this ETH launchpad? Like, what is going on with this? This trench today. Yeah, spending money to see a girl on a pixel screen, bro. Literally. Oh, it's Smokey that's been pushing the chart down. I was in that AIB. Yeah, like again, I just think it's a longer term hold. I get that the chart isn't moving great, but it has sell pressure from Smokes, right? He took a little bit of a loss here. He just reduced his position size. He had a big position size, so it makes sense. That was the last candle yesterday, 6 ETH. So I don't know. I'd love to have his opinion on it, but I haven't changed mine. This guy live or something. Why the hell is this running, bro? So they're trying to incentivize this whale to cram the coins. Why would they send him 30%? Long oil. Oh, if you're going at 600k, gee fucking jeez, that's a crazy trade. 10x. 10x pretty much. Alright guys, we're gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna have a nap. I've been training jiu-jitsu. I've been trying to do twice a day. I've got a competition coming. It's 3 o'clock over here now. We're gonna have a nap. There are some interesting coins. There are a lot of interesting coins, but I don't think they're gonna run until American hours. I have a limit order on, so signal, cheeky signal here. This one, this Asian coin, but I actually have the order at 120k. Not at here. I don't think it's a good buy here. I think 120k is best value I'm gonna get. And then everything else is interesting. There is a whale, so this is like the news of the trenches. This unknown whale. I'll put it in the chat. Here, that wallet. He's the guy criming coins apparently. So track that wallet. That's the meta right now. And then there's this another coin that's supposed to be some blockchain. This one. But I don't really get this. Like it's supposed to be some type of blockchain thing. Don't really get it. Probably some thesis is on FOMO or something to have a look at on your phone. But I'm gonna wait for this one as well. I don't think that this is a bid here at 400. It's not like extremely undervalued, like some new chain like Gorbana or something like this. So yeah, they're the ones I'm looking at right now. I monitor them on my phone on GMGN trading app as well. And yeah, join the Discord if you want to join the Discord. People are making money right now. Decent money, like I'm not gonna lie, people are actually cooking. I also added some bots as well. So if you go into Discord, this bot here, Smart Money Bot, it's by Nansen AI. Nansen AI is like a quant firm. It costs a lot of money. I spend about $1,500 a month on this. And it tracks some bangers. It's called some serious winners over here, like 2x on Fast Cat, 30% on Cockroach. Over here, this one, whatever this is, Reach TSC. Over here, and a few others, Social App. I'm optimizing at the moment, so there will be some calls that come through that are just obvious, like on base chain, some type of rugs or stuff like that. But the actual coins that you see on that Pump Fund and BNB are very good as well. And then if you go to the Wins channel, people are cooking. Like this guy's made 2.7k on an Audi short. This person made 46%, on a BTC short. He's caught the top pretty much. This person here made $190. This was a Exchange the World 2x call. So right before the BNB crime, this got called by one of the bots on the Fibonacci bot as well. And the list goes on. A lot of people are doing extremely well. As always, past performances are not indicative of future successes. All disclaimers advised, but go ahead and check it out if you want to. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Worthless Pet Rock. Guys, there's been like 50 Worthless Pet Rocks. It's probably an OG if this runs. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Last thing, keep an eye on Swarms. Swarms they're dropping tech and stuff. It's running. Obviously needs to break structure and really start to push. Keep an eye on it. If it breaks out, it might do quite well for a decent spot buy as well. But yeah, appreciate you guys. The bots are in the Discord. You can ask in the general chat if you need to find them as well. MTD as well, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And peace.